Hi, good morning, YouTube. I am Jessica Hall. This is my very first post, and I'm a little nervous. I haven't done a video yet, but I wanted to talk about the 75 Hard Challenge. I don't know if you're familiar, but it is super difficult. It's a mental toughness challenge, and it's actually created by Andy Frisella, who decided to put these kind of items together that would help you stay on track and push through and really force yourself to kind of get better at habits that you might be trying to change. So there's a little bit of kind of a list of things that you have to do each day. There's 2 workouts. Each of them have to be 45 minutes. One has to be an outside workout. I feel like this is one of the most difficult for me, just planning your day and trying to organize that. Another is drinking 1 gallon of water per day. And obviously you have the whole 24 hours to do these. You take 1 progress photo, so just keeping track of your progress throughout so you can keep track and see how much better your recomp looks like, if that's what you're trying to do. Another is no cheats, so no sweets, no alcohol, and no cheat meals whatsoever, but you do have to stick to some sort of a diet, and you can choose what that diet is. I know a lot of people do macros. I'm doing macros. A lot of people do like, eating clean or maybe keto, but that would be very difficult to do for 75 days straight. But just something that is considered a diet, right? I know some people have done being a vegetarian or vegan for the 75 days, and that's doable too. What else is on the list? Let me see. So I have an app that I can mark these off every single day, a Hard 75 app, which is awesome. I think the only thing left then is 10 pages of reading every single day. So an entrepreneurial book, a business minded book, or some self-improvement type of book, you have to read at least 10 pages every single day. So mark all of those off, and you're good to go. So it's not terrible. It sounds like a lot. It sounds very overwhelming. I remember when I had some friends that did it first, and I was like, ugh, it was in the winter time, and I was like, I could never, can't even imagine doing that. And then here we are, a few months later, and my husband and I are doing it as well. So excited. I'm on day 25, so a third of the way through. And I thought I would just share some of my feedback or my advice if you wanted to start this challenge yourself. I have learned a lot about planning my day. Honestly, I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I feel like the most difficult for us is weather. It's either, cold and rainy, icky in the wintertime, or snowing, or it is 100 degrees and just sweltering hot. So that's how it's been lately, is 100-degree weather, very, very humid. So planning your day around, is it going to rain, or is it going to be just icky outside? So I wanted to do workouts in the morning, but my husband and I have been kind of compromising on like how we're going to make this work. So we've started getting up at 5:15 in the morning, which is not my thing, definitely his though, and going to the Y. So we work out in the morning first thing, and then, get your day started. And then we have to figure out, okay, are we going to be able to do a lunch workout, a walk or something, yoga, cycling, things like that, or something after work. So it's been difficult to manage. I feel like that for me is the hardest. I was afraid that alcohol and sweets would be the most difficult, but really, honestly, after I would say a week or so, it gets much easier. I mean, I was probably drinking a glass of wine a day. I mean, definitely a day, and going to happy hours and socializing, right? And so doing a lot of those types of activities, I've had to not do, obviously. And so that's a little difficult. I thought that would be a lot harder than it really has been, but it's been okay so far. And sweets don't bother me, so I'm super proud and excited to say that that's not a big change. But my husband, on the other hand, is a big sweets guy, so I'm excited and proud of him for making it 25 days without something, cake or candy or something. I think for us, or especially for him with the sweets thing, protein shakes have been really helping. So like adding protein shake and maybe adding like fruit or peanut butter or something like that, just to kind of help with the sweets is really working out for us. So All in all, I think it's not been terrible. One really big piece of advice is have some giant water bottle. Half gallon I feel like is too heavy to carry around all day. So I do, this one's 33.8 ounces, bought it at the store. I keep it for, a few days and then I'll toss it and have a new one. But 4 of those a day. So 4 of those a day and you're going way over your gallon and it's not a big deal. I don't count the water from like protein shakes. However, I do count water if I'm pouring water into like my tea. I don't count coffee either, and things like that. So if you're pouring water into something else, I'll count it, but I'll pour it from this bottle so that I can keep good track. So just a piece of advice. I think water is probably the biggest one. I try to do at least one of these by 10 o'clock. Another one I really try by noon. And then I usually give myself all afternoon to finish the third one so that after 5, so after work, I can complete the fourth one and be good before bed. That helps me stretch it out so that I'm not getting up all night. And I will say it gets better, right? So getting up in the middle of the night does happen for a little bit if you're not used to that much water. But then I would say a couple weeks then you really stop doing that if you plan your day right. Yeah, I think just the other piece of advice I would have, sorry, is just make sure that you're taking your time and that you're not doing workouts that are so hard and so difficult for you that you're going to be sore, because it's really difficult to be sore and do 2 workouts a day. So think about that. Try to meet yourself where you are and try to do something that's a good workout for you on one workout, and then the other one something that's not, I don't want to say taking it easy. At first I thought my husband was kind of cheating because he was like that I'm just doing a walk for my second 45 minutes. And I don't love that one. Like I'd rather do, cycling on a bike or yoga, like I said earlier, or, go outside and do arm circles and leg lifts and things like that. That makes me feel better. But I have gotten into the habit of doing some walking sometimes too. And that's not terrible. And I don't feel bad about it. I'm still sweating. It's still 100 degrees. And as long as you feel like you're making yourself kind of breathe a little bit heavy, you're getting a faster pace, and you're taking that approach versus just like snail walking is probably not going to make you feel like you're making a big difference. But all in all, it's been great. I'm feeling good, feeling great. As far as like the scale, it has not moved really. I was super excited and I had gone down probably 6 or 7 pounds, and then I'm starting to edge back up. So fingers crossed I'm just gaining muscle, but I also feel like I'm not doing this to lose a lot of weight. I'm doing it to feel better and to create better habits.